What's going on YouTube? It's Ben, and in today's video, I'm going to show you guys the best sites to find the best candidates. What is up, everybody? It is Ben Nader. Thank you so much for checking out my channel again. I really appreciate it. If you like learning about recruiting, business, entrepreneurship, pretty much anything in between, I vlog every single day. So, well, you should definitely smash that subscribe button before we jump into today's video. So let's say you land a client and they sign an agreement with you and everything is all fine and dandy. Now it's time to find the candidates. Generally, finding a client is super hard, so congrats to you if you land a client. Finding the candidates is super easy, and you're in luck because there's literally 100 ways to do it. In this particular video, I'm going to be showing you the perfect platforms where you can post for and search for the best candidates for your clients in pretty much any niche. So the best way to do this is if I actually screen share with you, pop into my computer, explain and narrate exactly what I'm doing while I'm finding, candidates on these internet platforms, and then I'll pop back out on the other side. All right, guys, so as you can see, we are inside my computer right now, and we're on Craigslist.com. So this is the first place I wanted to take you to show you where I grab a lot of my candidates. So a lot of people think Craigslist is totally gone, dead, just never to be used again, but it is flourishing with candidates in the job section. So I go here 50% of the time to post job ads. So, you go in, it's real simple, select your city, you select what you're, advertising for. It's $45 where I live to post an ad. And basically Craigslist is where you're going to find your lower tier, lower skilled general labor workers. So this is going to be a really quick turnaround. So, they have everything on here. You can find admin to office, accounting, finance. I'm sure you could find an attorney on here, but it's closest to gig market as you could get without being actually like gig market like work. So there's really quick turnaround. So if I'm looking for a forklift driver, it's like Craigslist no matter what. A warehouse person, Craigslist no matter what. If I'm looking for admin, I'll probably go somewhere else, probably Indeed. But Craigslist is going to be something for low tier, low skill, quick turnaround, has a ton of different sections. And so you can actually advertise specifically, for when people are looking, if they're looking in, retail and they want a retail job, they're going to see all their potential retail jobs right here, right? So they make it really easy. Craigslist is a very simple, obviously very like 1990s website. So super easy place to find a ton of candidates. So definitely do not count out Craigslist ever with your candidate search. So let's jump up the ladder one notch here to Indeed.com. Now Indeed.com is rated the #1 most popular job search website for job applicants. So, for applicants, obviously you can literally search for, whatever you want. So if you want to, be a warehouse person in, New York or whatever, you just type that in and you find a job, right? It's really easy. And they have so much data. They have so many jobs on here that it's incredible. But as an employer or a recruiter, it is one of your best friends. So it's a step up from Craigslist. So like I said, you're going to find higher tier roles on here. So like maybe if you wanted a warehouse, person, you would go on Craigslist. But if you wanted a warehouse manager, you would search for that on Indeed.com. Now here's a couple cool things about Indeed. So there's two really sweet things about Indeed. One, you can basically post jobs like job ads like we were doing on Craigslist. And these are all like ads that I've run in the past for warehouse delivery drivers, construction project engineer, financial analyst. I was looking for all sorts of stuff. And so I've run tons and tons of ads. And basically what you do is you set up a job, you post put your information in there, set a daily budget, usually around 5, 10, 15 bucks a day, depending on how you want to run the job. And then basically it will run your job ad to, the candidate pool that is searching. The second cool thing about Indeed.com is that you can actually go in and utilize something called Resume Finder. Now, Resume Finder you have to pay for. I have it. There's two plans. One plan is $100 a month, and it gives you 30 contacts. It's this one right here. So you can view 30 people per month. The other one, this is the one that I have, and I'll show you how it works. So if you're an employer and you want to go in and find resumes, if I want to look at let's see, accountants, right, in, Sioux City, Iowa. It's going to bring me a huge list of all the accountants in Sioux City, Iowa, right? And so what I can do is I have 298 credits. The reason I have this many is because they roll over month to month, because if you don't use them, they just keep rolling over and you keep paying for it. So anyways, I can contact this many people, which is super powerful. And I can also filter it down. So if I want them within 10 miles of Sioux City, I can do that. And then if I want to show only the people that have updated their resume within the past week or so. Now these are going to be really, really good job seekers right here. Like Pamela, she updated this today. Okay, so she's a tax administrator enrolled in agent, and we're looking at her resume right now. Like we have everything we need, and all I have to do is click on this, email her something, and find one of my templates. I have templates for everything. I can create a template in 2 seconds that would be like, hey, Pamela, I have a great job for, an accountant, blah, 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 blah. And I could click off everybody and basically click on all the candidates here and send them all a mass email. And that's what's really cool about Indeed, that you can actually basically go through and just mass email all of these guys. So if I had a job order for I don't know, 25 warehouse guys, and it was in Sioux City, I could literally go in and I could find 170 of them. I want them a little closer, and then I could just check, and send them all a huge template email. And I've got 298 contacts right here, so I could go pretty crazy with that. So anyways, the two cool things about Indeed is that you can post jobs, and then you can also use Indeed Resume Finder. And trust me, it's worth the investment if you put $250 down to connect with 100 contacts, okay? Like, you're going to make a placement, and that placement's going to be at least $3,500. I mean, if you're charging 10%. And so $250 to make $3,500, potentially maybe even double $3,500, maybe triple it. Maybe you place 4 people, maybe you make 10 grand. I mean, you have to spend money to make money. So keep that in mind. But Indeed is super, super awesome. It is rated #1 amongst job seekers. Remember that. That's super important to know. So this is a really, really good resource for finding a ton of candidates. I'm on here probably half the time, and then probably here half the time on Craigslist. Now let's take it up a notch and let's go to LinkedIn. So I'm on my LinkedIn right now, and LinkedIn, I could talk for hours. We could do an entire video just on LinkedIn, but for finding candidates, it's absolutely incredible, because here's how it works. So let me probably pop over to Sales Navigator, because that's the version I use, and it's so powerful. So if I want, someone that is, I don't know, dental assistant, right? I'm looking for dental assistants, and I'm just hunting, I'm just hunting, and I want them in the Seattle area, greater Seattle area, and I want them to be, seniority level, entry level, like entry level, okay, so someone that doesn't have a ton of experience, right? it's going to give me a list of exactly what I want. Like, that's how powerful this is. Like, it's way more powerful than the Indeed filters, like where you can just filter like one or two things. Like, it's going to be super powerful. So on LinkedIn, I'm going to be able to just look at these people and say, okay, I can contact her, I can contact him, I can contact her, and you can connect, look at their background, go in and find out where they've worked, how long they were. I mean, she's been a dental assistant for 18 years plus 5 years. She's been dental for over 25 years. Like, so basically you're looking at all this data and all this detail. So that's one thing about LinkedIn. And the other thing about it is that you can also post jobs. So if I go back to my regular LinkedIn, let's see here. Oh, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to go to post a job. So you can post jobs on LinkedIn as well. And so, so we would go in here. Now we're on the job posting section of LinkedIn. So it's just the same as Indeed.com pretty much. So I have in here that I'm going to be posting a job for an HVAC technician. So you would start your job post. It's going to ask you some questions, right? Is this full time? Is this associate? What industry is this in? You would put a job description in there. You put some filters. This is how they're going to notify you, by email, blah, blah, blah. Continue. And it will take you all the way to a couple screening questions, work authorization, where do they need to be located, Seattle, yes. Then you can continue, and it'll take you all the way up to the final page, which is pretty much exactly like Indeed, right? So this gives us a sliding scale daily budget that we get to choose from. So, we can run it like, really lean at like $15 a day or so. And then we can run it at like $25 a day if we wanted to. So you can do it however you want. And it'll show you here job posts like this are running at 10 to 20. So if you want to be really competitive, maybe run it at 25 for 2 days in a row and see the results. And you can always alter it, But that's how job posting on LinkedIn works. It works very similar. And you get a ton of results from this. But again, here's the thing about, these postings. They're very, very different. Like, each of these platforms is going to be extremely different for each need. So, if you're on Craigslist, you're looking for, something lower tier. If you're on Indeed, you're kind of somewhere in the middle. If you're in, LinkedIn, you're definitely going to be looking for upper echelon stuff where it's going to be something higher tier, senior this, senior that. So those are the kind of differences between the three of these. But these are the official 3 best spots to find your candidates in pretty much any niche at all, whatsoever. So whether it's high tech, whether it's mid-level management, or whether it's the guy that's sweeping the floor, it doesn't matter. These are the 3 places that you will go. So I'm going to pop back out and I'll see you guys on the other side. So I like to think of it like this, and it's kind of funny. So Craigslist is like the bar in a bowling alley. It's where you go and you find like cheap labor that's temporary, or labor that's low skill, right? LinkedIn is the place where you go to find high sophisticated, country club labor, right? So it's like the country club of labor platforms. And then in between you have Indeed.com, which is sort of a low-level LinkedIn, a high-level Craigslist, and you have everything in between. And that's sort of just like the mid-tier, midtown restaurant. And so that's the way I think of it. If you found any value in that video, I ask that you only smash that like button one time just for the YouTube algorithm. Smash the subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet, and the alert button so you know every time I come out with a brand new video, which is pretty much every day. I will definitely catch you guys tomorrow. So until then.